Now we started off with our basic triad, and now we're going to take this triad and actually add more notes to it. Now if we look at this C major scale, the 7th note of this scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is B. So if we take this C major chord and we add a B to it, we now have a C major 7th chord. Now let me break down that name. C major, because we're in the key of C, and we're playing the first chord in the key, C major. When we add the 7th, we call it C major 7, a C major 7th chord. Now the purpose of these chords is really to give us even more color. You go from playing a basic triad to adding a note, which is this B, and all of a sudden your chord has more color. Now we have 4 types of 7th chords that we're going to start off with. We have a major 7th chord, a minor 7th chord, we have a dominant 7th chord, and then we have a minor major 7th chord. So we have the major 7, now let's go to a C minor 7th chord. In order to make a C minor 7 chord, we take this E, as we learned. When we take this E and lower it a half step, we get C minor. When we take this B, which is the 7th of the scale, and we lower it a half step, we call it the flat 7. Here's the regular 7. We lower it a half step, we call it the flat 7. This gives us a C minor 7 chord. We have C. We took this E and lowered a half step to make it C minor. We got our G still. And we take this B and lower it a half step, and we have C minor 7. It's a very pretty, colorful chord. All of these 7th chords are. You have C major 7, CEGB. And then you have C minor 7, C, E flat, G, B flat. Now what you'll notice is as you go through each scale and you take the first chord of that scale, you'll be able to do these alterations and come up with the same sound in different keys. So we have a C major 7 chord. We have a C minor 7 chord. Next, we're going to talk about the C dominant 7 chord. All right, the way we build that chord is we start off with our major triad. And for the major 7, we have a B. For the dominant 7, we keep this same major triad and we take the B and lower it a half step. Just like we did for the minor 7th chord, except for this E stays at E. It's not lowered to E flat. So this is a C dominant 7th chord. C, E, G, and B flat. This chord is common in blues. Very common in blues. C dominant 7. So we have C major 7, CEGB, which is a major triad with what we call a major 7 on top. We have a C minor 7th chord, which is a C minor triad with a lowered 7th or flat 7 on top, which is the B flat. We have a C dominant 7th chord, which is a C triad with a flat 7 on top. And last but not least, we have a C minor major 7th chord. It has a weird name to it, but let me show you how it's built. The first part of the name is C minor. So we start off with a C minor triad. And then we add a major 7 on top, which is the normal B, the 7th of the scale, the 7th note. And this is called a C minor major 7 chord. So it's minor with a major 7. This is a chord that you hear a lot in jazz. They'll use the minor major 7 chord at the end of a progression like this. And it's just a different color. It's actually an alternate color to a C minor 7 chord. All right, so let's review that again. And let's look at the formula. To build a major 7 chord, we start off with a major triad, and we add the 7th note of the scale. To build a minor 7 chord, we start off with a minor triad, and we put the flat 7 on top, which means lower the 7th a half step. We have a minor 7 chord. To build a dominant 7th chord, we start off with a major triad, and we put the flat 7 on top. And to build a minor major 7 chord, we start off with a minor triad and put a major 7th on top. So at this point, what you want to do is go through your scales and take the first chord of each scale, which is going to be a major triad, and build it into these 4 different kind of 7th chords. So if you go to, say, D flat major, you'll try it with D flat major. Let me give it to you as an example. D flat major triad. If we add the 7th of this scale, we have a major 7. Let's look through the scale. It's D flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th of this scale is C. So if we take a D flat major triad and add a C to it, we now have a D flat major 7 chord. And I'll put the D flat in the root just so you can hear it in its full version. If we want to build a D flat minor 7 chord, we take a D flat major triad. We know that we lower the middle note of this chord a half step to make it a minor triad. And then we take the 7th, which was C, and lower that a half step to make it a flat 7. And we have a D flat minor 7 triad. To make a D flat dominant 7 triad, we take a major triad, D flat major, and put the flat 7 on top, which is B. We have D flat dominant 7. And then to build D flat minor major 7, we can start off with the major triad first. Let's make it a minor chord, a minor triad first by taking this middle note and lowering it a half step. And then we put the major 7, the regular 7th of the chord on top. And we have a D flat minor major 7 chord. Now this chord has the weirdest sound of all of the chords, but it's pretty in context. Has a very pretty sound to it in context. So go through your scales and take each major triad and build it into these 4 types of dominant 7th chords.